Area here is like Central Ybor. On just the illness itself, the drugs that we're taking, we're not. Good morning, people. Today is Monday, and haven't been up all that long, but just trying to get a few things done around here, and trying to daily vlog thing. I don't know how this is going to work out. All this will probably go up tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but nonetheless, giving it a shot. We'll see how that works. I don't know. There's a few things I want to talk about, but which I'll do that later. That'll be like a couch sit down situation or something. But a couple of things that have been on my mind lately and are kind of getting on my nerves. People are getting on my nerves. A lot is getting on my nerves. So I'll talk about that later. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right. Still Monday. Just got a few things done. Went in, washed my hair, got a little bit more presentable, as it were. Like I said, just trying to get some stuff done. I've been online checking on Amazon for some canvas paintings of some sort, because I want to get a few things for the dining room, the living room. Back here I'm pretty well covered. There's a few things that I already know what's going back here, so I don't have to buy anything. But just wanted a few things to put on the wall in the dining room, and then in the living room, kind of the walls are bare, as it were. So I was doing that, and took some more ibuprofen for this toothache that I have going on that is non-ending. Yeah, it's horrible. It is horrible. But other than that, not much gone. Not much has gone on for the last few days. And we did get together last night with our neighbors, almost all of our neighbors, people next door, two sets of neighbors down the street, and we all went to the German restaurant, which it's pretty good. It's a little pricey, but it was good. And the first time I ever heard or tried potato dumplings. I almost said potato pancakes, but no, it's potato dumplings. And I think I'm going to try and make them because they were actually pretty good. I like that. And something else they had that I've never heard of. I've heard of it, but I've never tried it. Carrot soup. I've never tried it, and I liked it. It was pretty good. So I think that is going to be added to the list of things for me to try to consume when I get this other stuff going. But so yeah, we did that last night. That was cool. And today, not much. Like I said, I've just been doing that, piddling around online, trying to look for some stuff for the house, and that's about it. Straightening up a little bit here and there. Nothing major. But yeah. Anyway, I do believe I talked to Jess the other night we were going back and forth on Messenger, and we talked about several things actually, but the one thing I was letting him know that I was a little nervous about doing the daily vlogs, and which I'm trying to get better at doing the vlogs and keeping up with them and all that stuff. But, he's basically, and I think I said this before, suggested that, if not every day, at least every other day, or at least just a couple times a week or whatever. So, in either case, I'm giving it my best. I'm trying to, I don't want to say come up with content, but just, come up with something that's going to be at least somewhat either informative, which I haven't done a AS vlog in quite some time, and I got to get on that. Mental illness vlogs, I got to get some of that done, and especially with some of the new things that are going on in the world that concern mental mental health, and so yeah, there's a few things I want to discuss on that, but so yeah, I'm trying. That's all I can say. I'm trying. I just got to wrap my head around being the one to carry the camera with me like this and talk to the camera, especially if I'm out in public, because I think that's one of the things a lot of people have a hard time with is you know, when they're out vlogging like that and they got the camera out here and they're talking to this camera and people are looking at them like, okay, what's this person doing? You know, because they don't know what you're doing. Well, you know, nowadays a lot of people do know and they just kind of roll with it. But, and that brings me to something else. I was asked one time about when you do vlog in public and, you know, if people don't want to be on camera or whatever. I'm going to talk about that. Actually, I'm going to make a whole vlog, you know, specifically for that, the do's and don'ts of vlogging. But to answer the short question that was asked about, you know, what do you do if somebody says, you know, if I'm in this clip, please don't post it because I don't want to be on camera. The bottom line is, in that situation, if you're vlogging somewhere and it's out in public, if you're doing a clip of yourself and you're talking about something, especially if it is important, and they just happen to be in the clip, and then later ask you to either, you know, don't use that clip because they don't want to be on, you know, want to be on YouTube or whatever. Sorry. You know, I'm sorry. Especially if it is something that is pertaining to the vlog itself and it's informative and you just happen to be there, whether you're saying anything or you're just standing there or whatever, and it's just the fact that you don't want to be on camera. If they see you with the camera in hand and they see what you're doing and they're still around you and then ask later, you knew. Okay, you knew what they were doing, you knew what I was doing or whoever, and you chose to be in close proximity to me or whoever's vlogging, and then ask that. No, it's going up. I am not about to redo a portion of a vlog, especially if it's in a moment type situation, just because somebody doesn't want to be on camera. I'm sorry, if you're standing too close to me, that's your bad. You know, that's the way that works. Now, if you're just like aiming the camera at somebody going, oh, look at this guy, hey, what do you want to say? You can't do that. That's just, number one, that's rude. Get permission first. Most anybody that I'm around, if I'm vlogging, they know I'm vlogging, which I don't do very often. But if I do, they know, so there's a heads up. And if they choose to correspond or whatever, then so be it. But if you're just doing your own thing and you're discussing something and you're showing something and somebody just happens to be in that clip and then asks you later to either redo it or don't post it because they're in it, bummer. Yeah, that's the way that works. So, you know, it just like, it kind of falls in line with the whole police thing when people say, oh, you can't film what's going on when police are around and they tell you to quit recording. They can't do that. That is, you know, they can't. That's just, that is not how that works. I'm going to read further into that to find out the exact law, but I know each state is different. But I do know in this state that if there's this, well, I'm going to get into all that later. I'm going to attempt to get into that now, but I will look into that and, you know, to make sure that I'm correct on that. But I do believe that it's, you know, legal in this law that you can use the camera in certain situations in that type of scenario. So, but I'll get into
guys,
all that
I don't
later.
think I showed you guys.
Walk right here to the back of the house. The back patio, the final product, the final after they got done. I don't think I showed you guys, so it's a little cloudy, but that's okay. All right, so here is the back, the patio that we finally got done. It's been a while since it's been done, I know, but nonetheless, it's done. Our neighbors gave us this bird of paradise. Gave us that one. They gave us that one over there, and then the one down on the end that needs major attention. So yeah, this is what we got going so far. I just got my umbrella out. I gotta sweep it too. It's a mess. He made a side portion for the grill, and there's a few things I'm going to do out here. Like this tree right here, I got some, what am I calling it? Solar LED lights to put in the tree for lighting. That little light right there is solar. Trying to figure out what else I'm going to do. We're thinking about putting a kind of like a lattice gate situation around the edge here, to go, you know, up so high. so that we can let Frida out and she doesn't roam like she did that one day. I got to throw that bucket out. But, so yeah, so that's what we're dealing with as of now. And there's a lizard. I don't know if I can zoom in on him. Let me see. Look at that, the lizard first little vlog. He doesn't seem interested. Anyway. So yeah, that's what we have going on with that. I know I said that like 100 times just now in this clip, but anyway, I'm a little wired. Too much coffee. But yeah, that's it. That is the deck. A lot of work to do. We still got to get some sod out and get some things, you know, other things, a few other things done, painting and all that kind of stuff. But the house in general is coming together. Okay, so it is like nighttime right now. It is probably going on 11 o'clock. I didn't do anything, obviously, after the last clip you just seen. But so I'm going to call it a night, and I will try to resume this tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see how this whole daily thing works out. Alright guys, I will talk to you later. Love you all. Have a good night. Bye.